with Dr. Armin Schuster, and he will speak about cooperatives in Europe. Dr. Armin is specialized in coaching executives management in demanding change and transformation processes. The floor is yours.
Sorry. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here and being with following these the discussions we have heard in the past 20 minutes. I like to talk with you about cooperatives. And cooperatives in Europe is a tradition about 200 years back in history, development which is something which have similar ties to Lena on the one hand and Ulrich's contributions on the other hand. And I would like to show it in the following. Probably we are not everybody is aware, but the cooperative idea is something what's in the World Heritage List since 2016, and the official statement of the UNESCO was, and I quote, "A cooperative is an association of volunteers that provides service of a social, cultural, or economic nature to members of the community to help improve living standards, overcome shared challenges, and promote positive change." And this is something which is, I would like to emphasize, it's very strong, something which Lena mentioned in her statement, as Ulrich mentioned it beforehand. The ties and the of the development of cooperatives are back to Germany at the end of the 19th century. There are two guys which were the founder of the new cooperative idea to bring something new in the economic world. One of them was called Schulte-Delitzsch, and the other one is called Hermann Schulte-Delitzsch, and the other one is called Wilhelm Raiffeisen. And Schulte-Delitzsch was more interested to develop or to support the economics to develop more what we called in Germany a Bürgertum, to bring them on. And Raiffeisen was more for the agricultural sector, had that in focus. The idea is to promote something like something for not stakeholder based, like we know it in the typical economies, but member based is something which is more important than ever in our times, because it's something which is clearly have ties to the democratic forms of organization. You learn to work on democratic standards. You have the principle of self-help, self-responsibility, self-management, solidarity, and there's the hierarchies are fundamentally flatter, and the decision process, making process, is very important because there is a standard one man, one vote. That's clearly something which is in total opposition to the economic system of I have as much share as I have, and so I can control something. There is everybody have the same rights and the same obligations to do so. And what is interesting, because we are talking about the classical homo and the people which are there's a special type developed. It's called the Homo cooperatives, because there is not the understanding exclusively that the main focus is maximizing your own benefit, but the need for community and the ability of cooperation and to cooperative to work with each other is more the main task to develop such a person and such things. And I would like to this was the development, as I mentioned before, starting in Germany. There was, Lena and I discussed it beforehand, there was nearly at the same time in Denmark a similar development and movement. What's important so far, cooperatives are not specialized or have the only focus on economy, but in all parts of societal development, because the basic to be successful in economy is to have the educational background and the educational backbone to develop so. And if this is something, there are cooperative schools as well, universities, business schools. There is talking about the influence in Europe. There are strong movements of cooperatives in Germany, as well as in Austria, in Switzerland, in France, Denmark, Nordic states. There are all kind of cooperatives movements, and there is a special cooperative movement I would like to put a little spotlight on it. It's Mondragon at Spain, because before they started as a very big multinational cooperative, very successful company, they started in 1943 as a school to make the basic, to develop the basics of educational and Bildung, Lene, to set the ground for development, to be economic successful and being successful in other parts. And so this is the one of the very strong points. Why are cooperatives are so successful, even though they are not liked in the typical economic lectures, because it's not the masterpiece of capitalism, because they are not stakeholder minded. And interesting, or probably something like fun fact, the finance crisis of 2006 following, there are a crisis of the financial system in the capitalism part of the world, and all on the when we look on the financial institutions, all types of banks had to take had to be supported by states, governments, or governor like the EU or something, or the HU. But there was one slightly part which didn't need support, and this was the cooperative banks or the cooperative financial sectors, because their system of their system to support each other, their system to develop things were so impressive that they didn't need money from other organizations. And if they are so resilient for crisis of like in financial sectors, but they are so resilient as well because for 200 years these all kind of cooperative movements and developments show their strength. It's something they have a very they should be a more impressive, or should be a stronger part in developing more things for the future generation, for the future societal development. And so I would like to invite all of you, if you're not into cooperative systems or cooperatives movements, to take a sharper look in it, because it's something which is important on the one hand, and on the other hand, you can participate on all levels, and can be something to develop furthermore for all of us.